Didn't we?
Hello, my friends, and welcome to tonight's episode of Wild Ambition here on twitch.tv/tabletop rolls. We hope you enjoyed the Cooper ASMR moaning sounds. It's time for us to begin.
Wants a hot dog really bad.
It's time for us to begin.
I live with that.
Sorry,
And I feel so bad for you every day, McKenna.
Makes me want a hot dog real bad.
They just constantly want hot dogs.
Cooper-
They never
Cooper
buy them at the
does-
grocery store.
Cooper does enjoy that shape in their mouth. So, starting off with some announcements.
You'd know.
I do. I've seen multiple times.
How about that
What can I
weather?
say?
Hi! Hi, live studio audience.
Hello.
We're in a randy mood tonight.
I
Did
blame
you have to use that word?
I blame the later start time.
Randy. I
but
don't.
Welcome
This
to
is all
tonight's episode of Wild Ambition. A few
These
announcements
people.
before we get started. First of all, other shows here on the channel. Yesterday was our inaugural episode of Baldur's Gate 3. Go watch me spend 5 hours in the game. One of which is on one combat encounter.
Jesus.
Because I apparently made the game harder on myself than I needed to. Me making a game harder on myself than I need to, what a surprise.
You making life harder on yourself than you need.
No, it's true.
I would criticize, but I spent nearly an hour on a
Where's
FGO challenge quest yesterday.
Yes, but
So-
the Da Vinci Challenge quest is hard. But moving right along.
Da
check out that VOD.
Vinci.
Then
Da Vinci?
Wednesday nights we have Wild Ambition, as what you're watching right now. We are down a Zoe and a Shy tonight. Zoe's in the woods with Calf, so we are also going to be down Assault and Sorcery this Saturday. Spend time with your loved ones. I'll be spending time, possibly with Matt and Emily. Come and hang out. Then on Friday, that's the day after tomorrow, pending the world being frozen over, is the
If
Astral
only.
Calling. It's our D&D 5e adventure. Come join us for our spell jamming fun, and join us as we recuperate after a very difficult encounter.
I mean, it's not like it made that big of a difference. Dying, being unconscious, no difference.
Too early to tell.
Saturday we are off, but Sunday we'll be back with Stardew Sunday or Sunhaven Sunday with Will, Sarah, Aubrey, and Emily playing some lovely Sunhaven. And then, of course, Monday we have the Strength of Thousands AP. Come and watch us begin to make our way through an underground ziggurat, and enjoy that.
There are so many fucking ziggurats in that campaign.
I haven't
Hold
heard
on,
the word
hold
ziggurat
on,
in years.
hold on. You have no basis to say that it's a ziggurat. You've heard it was a temple. A ziggurat is a specific shape.
Yes, is it shaped like this, Matthew?
No.
Okay.
It is kind of pyramid-esque.
Not to mention the fact that it is ruined, so it could have huge sections that are just weird oblongs now.
That's true.
Was the original shape pyramid-esque?
I don't think so.
I just
Alright.
work here.
But speaking
Pardon
of
me
people,
for being pedantic. What a surprise.
a cis hetman being pedantic on a TTRPG stream.
Honestly, Matthew, thank you for doing my work for me, because I'm usually the one being an asshole.
Now, hold
Something
on, hold on.
pedantic.
Me being pedantic has nothing to do with the categories I fitted and just me specifically. This is just my stick up my ass.
The fact that there's
Well,
a whole game show called Actually.
I love the concept of that show.
Speaking
I
of
love being on
that,
that show.
it's
Yeah.
time for us to introduce our people, and I'll introduce Cooper first tonight.
Hello.
We have Cooper playing Christine. How are you doing tonight, Cooper?
Howdy. I'm doing great. I would like to be medicated soon
As a treat.
as a tweet.
A
As
widow
treat.
pill.
A
No,
widow
no.
pill
Tweets don't exist anymore. Now they're yeets or something.
is for babies. I'm baby.
I don't want to call any of you a baby, so
I'm baby.
Oh boy.
I think a good transition here is someone else who is possibly medicated, Abby playing Dee Dee.
What's it like,
You
Abby?
know what? You know what? You know what? You know
Show us
what?
the pill bottles.
You know what?
Show us the
You
pill.
know what?
Yes.
And these are only the full ones.
Little
empty
orange
ones are
bottle
under the desk.
eleganza. Serve.
Are you really living if you're not medicated these days?
I'm not medicated, but that's, I think, readily apparent to everyone watching this stream.
Yep.
No, it's true.
I have so many empty pill bottles that I use them for my little baby aloes as little planters.
Oh, wait, that's cute.
Speaking of cute things, someone who does a lot of them on stream, we have Matt playing Lorgar.
Cute is a strong word, but I appreciate the thought.
There you go.
Precious.
Yes, I'm here to criticize people's environmental practices and run away from combats.
Nice.
Slay.
You mustn't run away this time, Lorgar. You mustn't run away.
Hold on. Where's that from? I'm old. I don't remember.
Trauma.
I mustn't run away. I mustn't run away.
Trauma.
Sit in a folding chair and put your head down.
Oh,
Folding chair.
Shinji.
Folding chair. You heard me.
Get in the mech, Lorgar.
God damn it.
Get in the back,
Heck,
Lorgar.
Somebody I could see hitting someone with a folding chair. We have McKenna playing Honey.
I'm
Funny
so
you should
grateful
say
you
that.
think I'm strong enough. No, he's right.
I can see it.
No, just topical reference.
Is it?
You guys didn't hear about the boat brawl?
Of course, it's all I've been thinking about for the week.
No, what the hell? You know what? I'll find out on TikTok after.
You'll have to look it up.
You
It's
are
quite a
about to
story.
get. You
I'll
have just
look it up on
opened the
TikTok.
floodgates for Abby to send you all of the TikToks.
No, it's true.
But you
I
know
love
who
when
else
Abby
is on
sends tickety
TikTok?
talk.
Me, McKenna Ray Tynan, McKenna Ray Art on the www.me apps and the whatnots.
Now
and
linked
I am
in all of our
playing-
video descriptions.
That's true.
Because I
and
figured out I could do that.
Yes, you did. And tonight I'm playing Miss Honey Madeline, the gunslinger with her 2 guns, beg and pardon.
Speaking of begging, hello, my name is Will, also known as
Jesus.
Tabletop Rules on the Internet, and I'm begging you, if you're watching on YouTube, to like, comment, and subscribe. Call to action.
So true, bestie.
McKenna's TikTok tonight got her an extra hero point, because I really liked the pun that was made in it.
Yeah,
So, McKenna's starting with 2 tonight.
I'll take it.
Otherwise, it's time for us to roll that intro and get right into the game. Ta-ta-ta. I gave Cooper an incorrect countdown, so you all didn't have to hear that. Last time
He's learning.
on Wild Ambition.
He was actually learning he wouldn't say that out loud.
Gotta keep
No,
it-
because now it'll become like a fun little stream game.
You gotta keep them on their toes, thank you.
Last
Oh,
time
your
on
toes.
Wild Ambition, our party made their way through the glow scale mines in search of the reason the mines had become radioactive or making miners sick.
Radioactive.
I think at this point, although your characters don't know that it is like radioactiveness, you as the players have figured it out. So, you know, as to why the miners are getting sick because of radiation poisoning, and why those glowing green kobolds seem to be so feral. Our party made their way through the mines. They fought some bats. They fought some kobolds in mine carts. They hung out with some children kobolds. And then they made their way deeper down to the mines where they fought some rock scorpion things that were also glowing, and eventually found their way to what appeared to be a larger chamber deeper into the mines that had a mining machine that was in the process of being repaired by a number of the Gold Scale group. The Gold Scales, including their leader, asked the party for help, and upon their help, they got the mining contraption up and running once again. Just in time, as bursting through a wall came a number of glowballs, each one of them in their own mining machine that has been heavily customized. Y'all should see a map now.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Oh
there
yeah.
she is.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Oh dear.
I
So-
think
Oh golly.
We find ourselves in a bit of a predicament because
Yes.
we had initially, if you recall from last week, had decided that Tweety was going to be piloting the robot. And then when Zoe was like, actually, I'm going to be in the woods, we were like, that's okay. Shy also wanted to pilot the robots. We'll have Shy do it. And then Shy, something come up for her tonight. Now it surely do just be the four of us, and ain't no one here qualified to pilot this here robot.
Get in the bot, Logar.
This episode will be called Getting the Mech Lorgar, just so you know.
Look at how injured she is, Lorgar. She'll have to pilot it. Just gesture at Darla. She is in no condition to do any of this.
Alexa,
Smack her over the head.
My shiny rock hit me in the head, and now it hurts.
Darla just slowly saying, I am not a doll.
Somebody
I
play.
smack her over the head with my battle fiddle for emphasis. Just bonk.
God, Honey Madeline is so Oscar coded.
Somebody play Cruel
So
Gator's
what?
Thesis.
A cruel Gator's Thesis! Oh my god!
That actually would also make a good episode title. A little more obtuse, but
Please do that. You have to do that one.
now the song
love
is playing in my
those.
head too.
Okay. I mean, to be fair, Matt makes the thumbnails, so
Cruel Gator's Thesis.
I
for this one, so you know.
wish I was good enough drawer that I could actually draw Lorgar quickly sitting with his hands in like a chair.
His little
Where would his tail go?
There's
Through
a
the chair,
hole.
it's a folding chair.
Take the folding chair and get in the bot, Logar.
Jesus Christ. Does
Just
this
out of-
make
I do have to ask though, does it actually make sense for Lorgar to go in the mech? Like, is it a crafting check?
No,
Like-
it's not. It's literally just its own stat block. If you look at it, you should see Gold Scale Miner Dig widget in the player section.
Ah, yes. Okay.
And it's a stat block that you get in addition to yours, so you can still get all of your abilities that you can do.
Oh,
It's just you use that stat block.
in all seriousness, the only objection I actually have is that I am the primary source of healing and stuff, and so do we want to possibly have to split the mech actions and my healing actions?
I did have the same thought, but also for the meme.
for the meme?
In my
I
day,
feel-
it was for the vine.
I feel like that's going to be the driving force of this campaign is do it for the meme.
That's fine with
I'd
me.
get in, but I think I'm too short to drive.
All right, but much like I've heard some people do with things, I'm gonna try and tear this thing down from the inside. I'll get in the damn mech. I'll wiggle in there like a reptile,
Yay!
flashing.
Get in
I
the mech.
think
Do it in a
that
mech
this
suit.
is very funny because realistically,
Oh, fuck.
Christine is Misato coded.
Oh, fuck.
That carries a lot of
I'll take a
baggage.
24.
Wait, why did this not? I changed this.
I don't know.
I
I'm gonna be reading the thing.
I change this, change this, change this. I change this, I change this, change
There
this,
we go.
change this.
That should read glow scale cobalt boom. That should read Globaldi Boom Tech because their name is Globaldi.
Uh-huh.
It
Anyway,
sure is, buddy.
This is just a named boss. Anyway. Globaldi Boom Tech. Don't forget to roll your initiatives. I am going to be rolling...
You got Darla and Twitty too.
Yeah, I'm going to be doing a lot of rolling tonight.
Yeah.
I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world.
Love and plastic. It's fantastic.
I think it is very funny just how quickly people associated Barbie with Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Did they?
Yes.
Kind of.
Literally within like 3 days of the movie coming out, actually, I started seeing it on my TikTok and I was like, oh, it's that kind of movie. So very truly, that movie was spoiled for me without anyone trying at all.
Just as we're sitting here, I feel I need to confess something. I once read a fanfic where the entire plot of Neon Genesis Evangelion was changed because Shinji found a copy of a Warhammer 40,000 rulebook.
I believe that. I think that that's
And the
canon, actually.
lore of the thing changed his whole outlook on life.
Oh, did he get really into like this? To like. Oh,
No, it gave
God.
him like self-confidence and stuff, though. He also started hearing voices.
Darla, Twitty, Dewdrop, Christine, Honey.
God, this is a lot of people.
It's a big encounter. It's a boss battle. So, cue Latin music.
Healers, why didn't you adjust?
And let's get things started. The Globald is going to move its mech.
Also, did we decide that this was how our characters were going to be at the start of the fight?
No, that's how I put them. If you want to move them around, you're free to do so.
I wouldn't mind putting the mech in front.
You do your thing. You do what you want to do. Well,
I cannot actually control the mech. We'll have to give me.
Everyone should be able to. Why?
Nope.
That's annoying. I thought.
Hold on. Let me see if I can drop a new one. I can. I can drop a version of my.
Now we have 2 mechs.
Haha!
I'm just gonna move my icon into the corner until I'm back.
To the front.
Come back, mech.
Can I move both of them at once? I can move both of them at once. I
Yes,
just
you
have
can.
to. I do like the way that my icon is positioned. It now looks like the mech has a tiny Lorgar head.
Yeah.
It's not even a mech at this point. It's just a giant suit of power armor that's not scaled to my body.
I think that's canon.
They're going to move up to here.
They certainly
Is
did.
theirs always bigger than ours, or did that just happen?
No, theirs is bigger than yours.
Mine's bigger.
Jesus
They're gonna move up
Christ.
to there. And then from like the open like cockpit of this Globald is going to like light a fuse of TNT and chuck it at Honey.
I feel like I fought this boss in WoW at some
Boomstick.
point.
10.
Leper gnome or
They
something.
get fucked.
Boom. You will still take the splash damage, which is 1 bludgeoning splash.
Oh.
Christine.
Oh no! Not this!
What, Cooper?
The splash has been turned against you, Cooper.
Ah!
Just wait till you run into another spear trap.
It's
Honey.
so annoying!
That's okay. Now it's my turn. I am going to feint pistol twirl. Oh, 11 is probably not going to cut it.
That
Unless
is a
I have-
failure.
Yeah. I was going to say, I don't know why you're checking. But I will shoot twice. Jesus Christ.
Ooh.
12 is also...
Are you shooting at the mech or the kobold?
I'm
Try and snipe the driver.
going to try and snipe the driver.
Okay.
In which case, I'm pretty sure a 12 is not going to work either way.
A 12 misses.
A 24 ought to do it, though.
A 24 will hit the driver. You can see them getting ready to like throw another one, and you just clip them.
Another one.
Nice. Well, they take that whole 3 piercing damage.
3 piercing damage. Nice. Lorgar.
Mhm.
I'm
As
forced
it's
to
like,
use the tools of my enemy to destroy my enemy. Rah! And I'm going to use the special ability, the Rock Smash.
Oh, immediately using the Rock Smash. Okay.
I'm gonna try it.
All right. Roll
So
to hit.
it's gonna do that much if it hits. So I just roll the Rock Hammer to hit.
Yep.
I should note, well, just before I roll this, I know you've like programmed in the 2 different kinds of attacks. Does it make a difference that the mech has no stats at the top? Like it has no strength, dex,
No, it does
con?
not.
Okay, just checking. All right, rolling the Rock Hammer. 27.
No, the weapon is not destroyed on a miss, and the weapon is destroyed on a miss. The weapon remains usable. There should have been a comma there. That's my bad.
Oh!
That's my poor. That's my poor grammar. A 27 is a hit. For a whopping 27 damage. Nice.
And that was a 2-action thing, so.
Yep, that is your turn. Dewdrop.
Okay, so I am going to start with some lingering composition. And I gotta roll for that, don't I?
Yes. You will have to roll a performance check.
Okay.
Which is on page 500.
So, come on, come on.
Oh, I should have maybe delayed until well, I guess I hit anyway, so it doesn't matter.
He's okay.
I won't lack for the 1 damage.
What'd I get?
Got a 14.
A 14. Let me just double check the difficulty DC.
What level are we? 2?
2.
16 is the usual DC by level.
That is a failure.
Sorry.
Boo. So that means
You don't spend your focus point on it, so there you go.
sweet, and it was a free action. So instead, how far away do I need to be for that one? Come on, show me. Okay. I'm gonna move myself. Come on, move, bitch.
Get out the way.
We were all thinking it.
I did fix everyone's tokens so they can move their tokens now.
Sweet. I moved to there, and I cast on the driver of the other mech.
Kindness.
I cast Fashionista to put them in a really frilly frou-frou dress that makes it hard for them to work all the mechanisms.
Okay,
I love
I'm
that.
going to have them make I'll say, reflex save against your spell DC, okay?
Well, hold on real quick, though. Is the kobold wearing clothes to begin with?
Yeah, they have yeah, they're not savages.
Are you claiming
And
his
besides,
naughty bits are out, Matthew?
Every single person in this world, as we've discovered in League of Amazing Adventures, say it with me, kids, has a pair of leather
chaps,
pants.
okay.
I thought the thing was that everyone was hot, which doesn't
Yeah, I really
preclude
thought you
them
were about
from
to call
being
the
naked.
kobold sexy, and I was like...
Yes, and these are sexy little lizard boys. Does a 20
Not
hit your
necessarily
spell
to
save
us.
DC? To someone.
Damn it, it does.
Probably
Yeah, level 2.
Probably to no nat ones. Okay, so that'll be a success. So they will be unaffected by it. They'll manage to wriggle out.
I'll just inspire some courage.
All right.
And that's all I can do.
Christine, it's your turn.
Now, Will, I have a question.
I'm going to start dealing a d6 of damage to you every time you sing that song, Cooper.
Sonic damage.
Especially
You did
when
this
get
to
the
me.
words wrong.
I've never seen the show, but yeah.
I've seen, I think,
Bad.
two
I'm
Let's
cultured.
let's not get copyright striked. Thank you.
Bad. I have a mechanical question.
I have a mechanical answer.
My lovely sister
Yes.
is shooting with gun.
Yes.
I can shoot with knuckle.
Yes.
Am I, because of how high off the ground this thing is, do I get any, like, penalties to shooting at the driver?
The driver does have cover.
That's what I thought.
That's
Okay.
basically just adding to their AC.
Okay. In that case,
There is some like high ground that you can get to.
oh, that is. How high off the ground is this? Is this 5 feet?
Those are 15 feet off the ground.
Okay. That means I could move 10 feet over here. Well, there's an idea for Miss Honey Madeline. I think I will stay on the ground.
All right.
Mostly
With your
because
feet
I'm
on the ground,
gonna have to
this
reload anyway.
glow ball in the air. What are you going to do?
I will move right over here and call it my turn.
All right.
It does
Well-
cost an action to raise a shield, right?
Yep.
Okay.
This one's going to move twice to get up right beside you, Christine. And they're going to try to stab you with a spear. And miss.
Disgusting. She's
This
gonna
This one's
look
going to have
at
to
it.
triple move to get here. Yep.
And she's gonna just, how fucking dare you?
This one's just going to make some attacks on you. You are flat-footed. A 6 will miss you. A 16, flat-footed.
That does just hit.
Alright, so you're going to take 7 plus an additional 1, so 8 piercing damage.
I will... Where is it? Actually, sorry, have I been using this right? Can I proc shield block even though it's not raised?
Nope.
That's what I thought. Okay, thank you.
And a fort save, please.
Yes, sir.
That's a success. You managed to shake off that set of glow sickness. Third attack.
Imagine if that was that easy to get rid of
Miss.
radiation poisoning.
Stop!
Twitty's going to go. It's time for me to sell this out. Or something or other. And Twitty is going to spend 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 5, 10. They're going to spend all 3 actions getting to here. Getting to up here. Right there. Should be fine. Darla's going to go. I'm going to try to be as true to Darla as I can be. And Darla is going to go 5, 10. And they're going to run and get right up beside... excuse me, this thing's ankles. And they're going to say, I'm going to punch it!
That's Darla, yeah.
Yep. This one's going to come and put Christine in a kobold death box. Has these glow scale kobolds that only come up to your ankles, Christine.
Yeah.
Not your ankles, to your knees. Try to stab you with spears.
God damn. Okay. Well, that one hits.
Okay, so that'll be 3 plus an additional 4, so 7. And then a second attack. Ooh, a natural 20.
Oh boy.
Does an 18 hit?
It does. It just hits. But it's a nat 20 anyway, so...
Yep, so that'll be 12 plus 8, so 20 damage.
That actually brings me directly to 0.
And she goes down.
Really didn't think these things were gonna... Well, then again, who am I kidding? Will is rolling.
Also, I need 2 fort saves against glowing fatigue.
Oh, it's true. Oh,
Failure.
oh.
Alright, you get 1 stack of glowing fatigue, Christine.
Okay.
Keep track of that somewhere. Once you get to 5, something fun happens.
Oh, God.
Get an extra arm for another gun.
Alright, the boom tech is going to use 1 action to attempt a crafting check to overdrive their mech. They will fail.
Not a critical fail.
Not a critical fail, thankfully. So that's one of their actions. Then with their next action, it's time for a mech battle. Let's see, what do I want to do? They are going to use A corkscrew on you. A 29 to hit your mech. Did I give the mech AC?
Yes, that
Okay.
hits. Not critically, but...
I was like, did I give the mech AC? Yes, so 20 piercing damage to the mech.
All right. Thankfully, the mech has way more health than I do.
And they still got one more action. They are going to move their mech this way, just so that they can possibly take a smack at Twitty if they need to. Miss Honey Madeline, it is your turn.
Reload. Shooting the pilot. How's a 28 to hit?
28 sounds like a hit to me, even with the cover.
Like a crit?
No.
No. But isn't that... Wah. Okay. Well, they take 7 piercing damage. And then for shot number 2, 21.
21 is a miss.
Is Bard Song up by any chance?
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, that
22
should be one
then.
more damage. 22
and is 29 a crit?
29 is a miss. Their AC in the mech is 24.
No, 29 is not a... It's not a miss. It's just not a...
Yeah.
Not a crit.
Their AC while piloting the mech is a 24. Unless you get up to high ground.
That's annoying. I need a 14 or higher to hit.
Just like Lorgar's AC gets a +4 bonus for being in the mech if they were a target Lorgar, but this kobold firmly believes that mechs should only fight other mechs.
When did they believe that? When they were throwing dynamite at me?
Well, yeah,
steadfast belief system.
They weren't fighting. The mech wasn't fighting you. That was the kobold throwing. That was the kobold throwing dynamite at you as themselves.
Mm-hmm.
The only mechs should destroy other mechs.
Bullshit.
If you get that reference, you get a hero point, chat. Anything else, honey?
No, I think I look pleadingly at Dee Dee to go help Christine, but that's about it.
Lorgar.
Well, here's now the question, my friends and family. Not my family.
Found family.
I could circle around up next to our compatriot here, staying within range so I wouldn't get any AO if they have an AO, and do a 2-action heal from inside the mech on our dear sheriff. But should I, or should I try and concentrate on the mech?
Up to you. I think either one is fine, quite honestly.
I think it depends on Dee Dee. And what sort of healing abilities you have, if any. Because I know...
I have 1.
Is it just like cure wounds or heal?
It is...
Heal.
Oh,
Soothe.
what's the name? Soothe.
Oh, that's a touch action, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna pray that my mech can just survive.
Mean, Matt, that's impassable to the mech. There is a walkway.
There's no room.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on a sec. Hold on, let me see.
You can squeeze through here, but that would be difficult terrain.
I may not be able to reach. I need to get within 30 feet. Or, actually, you know what? No, hold on. I'm thinking of... hold on a sec. No, actually, I can do this. I'm just going to... I'm not going to have to move because I'm going to use my Druid Feet reach spell. I'm going to spend an action to pump out the 2-action heal to 60 feet. Then I'll have plenty of room.
There you go.
Slay.
So yeah, I'll just do a 2-action heal. This is just a level 1 heal, so it's just going to be 1d8 plus 8, I guess.
I sure hope I get 16 health back.
Gets 2.
Stop.
Well, it's impossible. Minimum that you can get is 9.
Earth Mother, bless us. You know, that's not bad. That's not bad.
Nice.
I'll take it.
Glad I took reach spell.
The Christine Madeline story.
Yeah. But that is my entire turn then. I'm just a mech looking at another mech.
Drop.
Hoping that mech attacks me rather than anyone else.
I'm gonna make another attempt.
Else, still not going to be in a good spot.
Yeah,
Lordy.
GG.
I'm making another attempt at the performance
Oh,
check for the thingamajiggy.
Well, you did it.
Natural 20. All right, so it'll go on
Yay!
for 4 turns.
So I scroll, damn it, inspire that courage for an action, and then I am going to, let's see, how good is this actually? You know what? I am gonna biting words at the one in the mech and say, "Hey, quit that,
knock it off.
knock it off."
Ooh, that'll hit. For 10 sonic damage. The mech goes limp as its pilot is no longer there to operate it.
Oh.
Scolded to death.
You love to hear it.
All right. Anything else?
That's all I can do.
Christine.
Sadly, you are prone.
Little shits
You're
have
prone,
some
surrounded
nerve.
Break their legs.
by
Just
glowing
lash out and
Yeah.
break their legs.
kobolds.
Whatever happened to this one? Did it obey or did it
You
take the
didn't
damage?
use your reaction, did you?
Yeah, I did.
Did I
Yeah.
miss it? Oh fuck! Which one was it?
It was the green one.
Oh, it would have just taken the damage.
Okay, so it took 6 damage.
Yep, it's still up.
Which I'm sure is
I just missed
not
it.
all of its health.
No, it's
Kick its knees in backwards.
Oh, I'm gonna.
Yeah, Honey from the other side of the room. Kick our kneecaps in!
Would I be able
Sweep
to
the
attack while
leg.
prone?
Yeah, there's no
Trip action, right?
there's no negatives to it either.
Cool.
So, are you attacking the green one? I assume
Yes, sir.
that's a crit.
Beautiful.
Delightful.
Dead. Its lower half is no longer attached to its upper half. Just. Pew!
Can I make like an athletics check to vault about 5 or 10 feet this way?
I mean, you are currently prone. If you want, you can stand and move.
I just know it's like an action, like. But that's fine. I could do that. I'll stand and raise shield. Call it my turn.
All right, kobolds are going to go. They killed our friend. Get her!
Or you could not.
We'll kill you. We'll kill you to death.
I dare you to fucking try it.
Stab. Missed. Miss. Miss.
-4.
He stabs himself with the -4.
I will use my one reaction this turn to tell them to get on their knees or die next.
Okay, he takes 5 mental damage.
I bet he does.
Oh, alright. This one's going to go. This is against your flat-footed AC still.
Okay.
Stab. 22.
God damn it. Okay.
For 5 points of piercing damage and a glowing fatigue save. Okay, you're good. Second
Dang.
attack. 15 will miss, I assume. You're flat-footed?
Yes.
And a -5 will miss.
No, that'll hit actually.
Twitty is going to... God, what's Twitty's athletics check?
Woody, get in the other mech.
That's what I'm thinking. Twitty's going to try to jump into the mech. And they succeed, barely. Punk. So that's one action. Another action will be moving. They're going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, and 25 to there. And then with their last action, they are going to use a drill on the red kobold. And crit it to death. You just see Christine, Twitty jump in this thing, pilot it over, and then a drill just is lowered on this poor kobold.
As the blood like spatters onto her coat, she'll just thumbs up.
Darla is going to Naruto run for 3 actions
I like
As
it,
one does.
Picasso.
to get to there. This one's going to go, it's going to step to here, And then it's going to try to stab Christine because it's still mad at you and it can't take on a mech by itself. And second attack. Nope. Miss Honey Madeline.
All right, what do we got going on here?
You got two kobolds.
Yeah, they're both a little bit too far away from me. Well, then I guess I'll move a little bit forward. Oh, is this where I use running reload?
Yes,
I think
girl.
This is where I use running reload.
Yes.
But I think I need to. This is the first time I've done that. Is that or Rankatour's reload? I think. Oh, can I not do that yet? Hold on, I'm sorry.
Double check.
How dare you?
I apologize. I think you get your reload at level 1. I'm like 90% sure. But I could just be stupid, so I'll check too.
I can draw the enemy away from the fact that I'm reloading, but it doesn't look like I can. I thought I had running reload. I don't think I do.
Maybe not yet.
Which means that I then need to... Cooper, I swear to God.
Cooper?
It means I only get to
D6
shoot
damage?
once.
6 damage.
I'm gonna shoot at Bluey over here.
Bluey!
I don't think a 14's gonna hit.
No, these guys are little ones, but yes,
No,
a 14
I'm gonna
will
use
miss.
a hero point. Okay.
Thankfully, Bluey lives. Lorgar.
Lives to be a bitch another day.
Oh,
Bingo.
Cooper, Blue and Orange are the ones left. It's Bluey and Bingo.
Bluey and Bingo.
I'm on the wrong control.
It's very funny because I was...
Cooper, you're going to take more damage.
That's a different song, I think.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
Alright, I'm just gonna move to here and I can't get by, so I'm gonna try an electric arc.
Do it.
Though I make the mech raise its arm like the mech is shooting the electric arc. 8 damage.
Alright, I'll do the top one. Orange, we'll do Bingo first. Fail, then Bluey. Fail, they'll both take 9 electric
Bluey.
damage.
3,
And
4, 5,
Lorgar will roast these kobolds.
Yeah.
Dead.
Zap.
Now you see the destructive, you see the terrible power of these machines. They should not exist in this world. They are affront to all good living creatures. I start just messing with levers, trying to break it.
Twitty gets out of the mech.
They are cruel imitations, a laugh, a mockery of all that is natural.
You had a little bit of fun, though.
I have not had fun in many a year.
Ooh.
All right, Lorgar, we believe you.
That sounds like part of your problem.
You're right, it's my problem.
Christine saying that is a pot calling the kettle black situation, in my opinion.
Christine ignores Lorgar and just walks back to her sister.
Oh, good Lord, Christine. What on earth are we going to do with you?
I do scramble out and I go into the other mech to check if that lead kobold had anything of interest on them.
They have 2 more of those boomsticks. If you want some dynamite.
I mean, I'll take them. I may just give them to a party member at some point, but I'll put 2 sticks of dynamite in the inventory.
Yeah.
2 boomsticks.
2 lesser boomsticks.
Is there anything interesting in the cavern?
There's some like pretty glowing crystals on these collapsed rocks.
Ooh.
There sure are. All on this side of the floor.
Any of those crystals what we're not supposed to be touching because they are causing people to get sick?
Someone tab Darla.
Darla's walking towards it.
Darla,
Christine's
I'll bonk her
watching.
over the head with my
Honey.
battle fiddle.
Does my mech have any like hands?
The one that you're in just has
A little
drills.
pluck.
Yeah, just
Darla, honey, do you want to turn on the mech?
Oh no, that's
Walks,
just bad.
I think that's worse.
Walks, climbs into mech.
TPK! TPK!
Proceeds to pilot mech into wall. Like it's just
No.
walking into a wall. over
Stab
and
it.
over again.
All right, honey, you have fun
Someone
with that.
disassemble that thing.
Can I make some
That's what I'm
sort
talking
of
about.
check of some sort to see if those rocks are gonna make us sick?
You can make me a nature check if you'd like to identify, or a geology lore check.
How about a survival check?
Survival
How do I
works
feel
for me
about
too.
That's a 12.
I mean, those rocks are definitely glowing, and rocks don't normally glow.
I know a thing or two about rocks, and they're not supposed to glow like that.
Yes, the kobolds that when like the gold scale kobolds are coming out of the side cavern, they kind of went to take shelter in there while you were fighting the giant mech. They come running out and say, "Yeah, don't touch those. Oh, those are really bad for you. Oh, those are really bad for you. They're what turned our folks green."
Noted.
Understood. So, is there any way to get rid of it, or
That's what we've been trying to figure out. And they like point down basically to where that green light was coming from, and at the very end of the hall you can see what appears to be like a mining tunnel had been started, and there's just a wall of crystal there that is like shimmering green. They came out of that.
What if we use these remaining boomsticks to perhaps collapse that tunnel?
I mean, it would solve the problem momentarily, but they took a whole bunch of our eggs there. They took our whole bunch of eggs through there.
Kidnapping, you say?
so? I feel I may need to explain to you something called the sunk costs fallacy, which is that
I think what my sister is trying to say is give the fuck up.
They took our kids. I'm not going to give the fuck up.
Listen, your choices right now are get sick or give up.
No, they are not. We are immune. My scales make us immune.
Is that a permanent solution?
As long as I keep growing them back.
Can you do that?
Yes, I can.
Through age.
They walked right through that crystal, and that little kobold just starts walking up towards this like giant crystalline wall. He like picks up a rock and he throws it at it, and the rock goes into the crystal and disappears.
Interesting.
Okay. Now we're talking. May I ask, do you know why your scales make everybody invincible?
They don't make people invincible. They just protect people from
invincible from whatever this all is.
Yeah, from that
from the
crypto
glow
night.
sickness. From the glow sickness, yeah. I mean, I don't know. It might have something to do with just who I am.
Let me guess. I'm a bard. I know stories. This whole place is named after you. You're the legendary kobold.
Yes.
I knew it.
I mean, the entire glow scale tribe. Kobolds have led miners to prosperous mines for generations. You see, we eat waste rock. Like, we eat regular rocks. That's our food. So whenever we can get miners set up, they can mine out ores, and any rock that goes to waste, we eat.
Mm.
It's a symbiotic relationship.
Darla, you sure you're not a kobold?
That ain't right. She ain't here to defend herself.
Is she ever really here?
She's just walking
Yes,
the mech
Really
into a wall.
there?
It's like she's here with us right now.
Sorry, I love you.
Your scales, when they fall off, do they lose their effect?
No, they hold their effect for months. It's why I rip them off so often. I still have a few left. What? No, I don't. They don't just fall off. I rip them off to give to people to protect them. That's why. And once again, to remind you, this kobold has like ripped off all the scales except for the ones just around their eyes.
I guess that adds texture to what's going on.
It hurts.
I don't think we got technically like scales from those kids though. I think we are still defenseless.
I mean, he goes, if you say something, he goes to like pluck the scales from around his eyes.
Well, does anyone have any healing maybe they can do on this guy? Maybe some of his scales will grow back a little bit.
You and Lorgar would know better than I do.
Oh,
you need a regeneration spell for the scales to grow back.
Jesus.
Yeah, I'm afraid I don't have access.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't have access to that yet.
We're level 2.
I mean, by the end of tonight, we might get to 3. Who knows?
We'll see.
What was I going to say? I suppose, no, these mechs are not closed in any capacity. They wouldn't provide us any protection.
No.
He starts plucking like one of the scales, like.
Oh, for God's sake!
So, do those grow back?
Yeah, after a few months.
What are you gonna do when you have no scales left?
That's a good question.
Oh, for God's
Ooh,
sake!
I'm hurting for you there.
Let's see. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry, my eyes watering. About 6 of you.
I am not comfortable with this.
5 and 1 more. Now only one eye has scales.
Thank you for your sacrifice.
Just kind of hands you each a gold scale.
Thank you kindly. They're very pretty, by the way.
Thank you. Their one eye is just closed.
Prestidigitate it, Dee. Prestidigitate it, please.
Oh yeah.
Thank you. Tuck it in my breast pocket with my handkerchief. Well, since you've been so kind as to pluck out your scales, I suppose we have no option but to follow you through this here glowing wall, because that was just so kind of you.
Is there room to drive the mechs through?
No, it's like.
All right, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
No, you can't take the tank in a multiplayer game into the building.
No, we're only allowed to use these in this one fight and then never again. But damn, Lorgar's got a taste for the mech suit, man.
No, I just have a taste for not dying.
Yeah, fair enough.
Fair enough.
I mean, I think the sheriff would agree with me.
I live laugh on the edge. She's gonna walk under the legs over towards the glowy shit.
I like that.
Go through the glowy shit.
We all have a scale, I suppose.
You do?
Yeehaw.
As you all walk towards it, it does start to have like a ripple to it.
Yeah.
Like it's sort of reacting to something.
I'm picturing the shimmer a la Annihilation.
Watch out for any bears, and don't worry, I can't turn into a bear.
I would say think more like, you know how like in Stargate, the Stargate looked when it was active?
Yeah.
Yeah, sort of like that, but crystal.
Well, so yeah, water.
Yeah.
People should watch Stargate.
Yeah.
Even the original movie, it has some weird charm to it.
I did enjoy the original.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, as you all start making your way towards the cavern entry point, and make your way towards that crystalline sort of fluctuation and step through it, I need everyone to make me a will save.
Well, howdy do.
Okay, Nat 20. Goddamn.
Well, 13. Sure would be nice if I could roll over a 10 tonight.
4, 12. And Dewdrop got a 23. Alright, so Honey and Twitty. I need to write this down. After hours.
After hours.
20. And then Christine, Darla, and Dewdrop.
Oh, sorry, I don't think I rolled.
Yes, Lorgar, can you get me a will save?
Just the one?
Yep.
25! 5. That's actually very good.
And Lorgar. All right. So, when you reappear outside of this crystal, there is a couple of things. We're going to start with Honey and Twitty. Honey, as you exit the crystal, beside you is Twitty, just there with you. You are in what appears to be like a large cavernous room. And inside of this room, you can see in the distance what appears to be some sort of large city.
And it's just Twitty next to me?
Yeah, and it's just Twitty next to you. In addition to the two of you, though, there are a number of glowballed corpses that are around you. And standing above one of them is a young woman. She appears to be made out of rocks. She has like this like stone skin that has this like long black hair that's been tied up into like a long sort of pony. And she basically like pulls a trident out from one of these glowballs.
That's
And
hot.
just
Okay.
That is hot.
Okay, Rocky Undyne. I see you.
just turns around, looks at the two of you.
Howdy.
Fuck, that's 2 ways. Okay.
2 ways for what?
Well, apparently 2 ways for coming in and out.
Well, what's the first way?
Well, through it. What do you got, rocks or brains? You came through it. They went out of it. 2 ways.
Isn't it the same?
No, I was chasing a bunch of them. Some of them ran through there before I could... And she just points to the corpses.
Gotcha. Have you been through
Never.
this way? I'm assuming there is still a glowing wall of crystal behind me.
Yes. Yeah, that's one of the planar rifts that's opened up. We're trying to deal with them.
Oh, good lord. Well, how do you do? My name is Honey Madeline. This here is Twitty W. Conway, and we are from, I believe you could call it the regular plane?
The prime material plane.
That's the one.
There you go.
And I'm assuming this must be like the rock plane?
She looks at you for a second and just kind of chuckles a little bit. Yes, this is the plane of Earth.
Oh, thank you kindly. I'm sorry, I don't believe I caught your name.
I didn't give it to you.
Right. I suppose I will just pick a nickname for you myself.
You can
Oh
call...
boy.
Unless you have a preference.
She says something, but it's not in a language that you speak unless you speak Orid.
No.
My name
Plane
is
of Earth.
Girl. Sounds
So
grinding
she says that.
stones.
It's like, common version of my name, Amber.
Amber. Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
I don't suppose you saw anyone else come through this way?
No, it's just the two of you after those kobolds ran through.
Oh, that's not good. Do you know where any of these other planar rifts are?
Oh, they're all over the place. It is
Shit.
sort of a problem right now. One of the caretakers of this area has gotten a little bit of a sickness with them and has started causing problems for regular folk.
They, glowing green? That kind of sickness?
They are really enjoying eating rocks that are glowing green.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We call that the glow sickness, I think is what they've been calling it.
it's very literal.
It is. So we have I'd say maybe three, four other prime material plane denizens running around in here that we all went through the same entrance, but it doesn't look like we came out the same entrance.
Yeah, that'll happen with planar travel. Can get a little bit messy sometimes if you're not doing it with this proper spell. Um,
Forgive me, it's my first time in another plane.
well, welcome to the plane of Earth. Uh, it rocks.
No.
Ugh, God, I feel dirty saying that. Anyway,
Dirty, you say?
we could
Why could
probably.
Dee Dee not have come through this entrance?
I mean, we can probably head over there to Bronze Heart. Might be a good place to meet up with folks.
Sure, sure. I believe we're also looking for a clutch of kobold eggs that we're taking through this way. I don't suppose you apprehended any of the sick kobolds that were stealing them.
Oh, the glowing green ones?
Yeah.
Not really. Like I said, I just kind of kill them when I see them. They're like roaches. Every 5 you kill, there's another 10 of them.
I hear that. Well, if you see any of them smuggling a clutch of kobold eggs that don't look sick,
I'll let you know.
for sure.
You said this is your first time with sort of interplanar travel.
Very much so, yes.
All right, I'm heading back to Bronze Heart anyway.
I'd be happy to accompany you if you wouldn't
So
mind.
if you'd like a guide, I'm more than happy to offer that service.
Service.
I
might not be able to
apologize.
pay you.
Yeah, sorry. It's a force of habit. I'm a very transactional person. I'm more than happy to guide you to Bronze Heart, free of charge, without any sort of strings attached to it.
Oh, well, thank you kindly. I will take you up on that offer.
All right, cool. Then let's get to walking. We got about half a day's journey to get there, and thankfully I know my way around. Hopefully it should be nice and quiet, and who knows, maybe we'll come across the Shimmer Garden along the way and they can help us out.
Hmm.
Hey, Hazu, thanks for the raid. And we are actually going to then, as you begin walking back towards the city, move on to the rest of the party. So, Christine, Darla, Drew, Dewdrop, and Lorgar, the four of you are on a large cliff that overlooks an area that sort of dips into a chasm, and towards like the bottom of that chasm area you can see what appears to be a large city made out. Other than that, you are just alone on this ledge.
Dee Dee's pressing her back up against the most solid surface she can. She don't like heights.
Well, I was going to ask, I glanced directly behind us. Is there any sign of, what we entered through?
Yep, it's still there.
I try to put my arm through it slightly.
Okay, Lordar, make me will save.
Oh, God. 17.
All right, you succeed. You feel yourself getting pulled back through, but you manage to stop.
Okay, so it wasn't a one-way trip. So, what sort of knowledge check would I have to make to, out of character, we are aware where we are, but Lorgar does not. What would I have to do to discern that we have, moved planes?
Nature or survival?
Probably nature then. Druid. Actually, they're exactly the same. Nature. 25?
Lorgar, this is the plane of Earth.
I am actually going to immediately look around. Are there any just loose rocks?
Yep, there is. There's just a loose rock on the ground right beside you.
I'm going to pick it up and put it in my. Well, actually, first I'm going to look at it, make sure it's not like some sort of rock crab.
First one you pick up looks fine.
All right, I'm going to put it in my bag. Because this is a rock from the plane, from like the elemental plane of Earth. This could be worth something later on or useful in some respect. No sign of our companions, though.
Nope.
Do you think they fell off?
I mean, they weren't that far ahead of us. I feel like we would have seen some evidence of that,
Heard them screaming on the way down.
very possibly. I'm actually, because Lorgar has very little dignity to begin with, Lorgar is going to get flat down on his belly and crawl to the edge of the cliff and then look down.
Lorgar, as you're looking down, make me a perception check.
All right, I can do that. 19.
19. That is pretty solid. Towards the bottom of this like ledge, basically like about 40 feet down, you can see what appears to be some bipedal ant-like creatures. With these like glorious sort of like glowing like crystalline gems coming out of like their ligaments.
That sounds vaguely
Matthew,
familiar.
put that book down, or so help me.
I did see these creatures
Ow.
already, but I didn't read anything about them. I just saw the picture. Interesting. How far down is it? Like 60 feet? 100 feet?
40 feet.
Oh. So that would be 20 or 4d6 damage, I think, if we fell down that. Which would not be great. Looking around, do I see any way down that doesn't involve falling down or trying to rappel down a cliff?
There is like a path that you can head down.
All right.
Pretty easily. It'll just take time.
I will shimmy like an actual alligator. I will shimmy backwards and then actually get off of the ground, dust myself off. Right. Well, as my mama used to say, the cactus ain't gonna milk itself, so we best head out.
How narrow is this path?
It's like a 15-foot path. Also,
Hello,
thanks for the raid,
Evandale.
Evandale.
Oh my,
Welcome to the party.
I don't think we've ever had 2 raids in a row.
Multiple
2 raids?
We love to see it.
Whoa.
Welcome to the party,
Yeehaw.
y'all. It's like a 15-foot path. Very safe, very stable. It's very much, you can see like the stone has been worked. Like it's almost
I'm
like
still
the
pressing up
rougher,
against that wall.
It's almost like the rougher rocks have been chewed away to create a sort of like path.
So just checking, it's Dewdrop, Christine, and myself.
Yep, it's everyone except for Honey and Twitty.
All
And
right.
then Honey and Twitty, plus Amber.
Christine will start to notice that it is just the 3 of them. And anyone who is looking will see very clear distress on her face.
Yeah.
She does
You
not
afraid
say
of
a
heights,
word.
too?
She does not respond to you. I will be taking self-imposed -1s to everything I do.
Fair
I'm
enough.
gonna turn. I'm gonna look and pardon me for if I am speaking out of turn here, Dee Dee. You seem a tad on edge.
Oh,
Would it-
don't say edge!
Poor choice of words. Would it help if someone held your hand?
Yes, it would.
All right. Christine, hold her hand.
Christine's doing one of these numbers. She's really not paying attention to anything other
I think
than
it might you
moving
do
forward.
it might do you a monochrome of good too.
Dee Dee's hand is just like up and waiting.
Don't leave her hanging.
Please don't, no, not hanging.
Her grip is gonna tighten, and because she's wearing leather, you'll be able to hear it. She does not extend her hand to you.
Darla walks up to Dee Dee. I'll take your hand. Grabs Dee Dee.
I'm gonna die.
Starts walking in a zigzag pattern, going close to the edge. Oh, we should twirl! And like spins Dee Dee around towards the edge.
She's screaming at the top of her lungs.
Acrobatics check.
As you're
Oh,
screaming at the top of
oh,
your
God.
lungs, you hear some noises. It appears the creatures at the bottom of the path have taken notice of you, and 3 of them just start crawling up the side of the wall. I'm putting them in the Discord chat, but to give our audience a description of these creatures, they are earthen insectoids. Imagine like a 4-legged sort of, like a 4-pincered sort of ant-like creature made of rocks and earth. They look like this. To our friends for that, if you want to look in the staff Discord, you can see what they look like.
Oh my.
For me to do like that. You know what I'll do, chat? I will put us onto the map, and I will drag and drop the...
I think they're pretty cool looking.
I'll drag and
they're
drop one
fuckable.
of these onto
I'm mildly
the-
concerned by the color of their spears. They may be holding radiation sickness on a stick.
No, their spears are jade. It's just like a
Okay.
gem. Yeah, it is not the radiation.
Everything in this world is sexy. Everything.
To somebody.
Not
Yeah.
me.
Me.
We learned something about Cooper this day.
Yeah.
Oh, they don't have... they don't have just token artwork for them, so I will
How
actually...
They
dare
are
they?
pretty new.
Well, they just don't have like it in the files, so I'll just have to drag and drop it onto here, and we'll just have to show it like this. I said drag and drop it onto here.
Me too, buddy. I love when Roll20 is playing hard to get.
God,
You got this.
Roll20 is not having a good night, chat.
It
Sorry,
really
y'all.
be like that.
Has Roll20 ever had a good night?
There we go. They look like that.
Oh yeah.
As they get up there, they just kind of like get in front of Dee Dee and all of you. They don't have their weapons drawn. Creatures. Extraplanar.
About to die.
Oh, Will's typing furiously.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna raise my hands. I got no obvious weapons.
Do not be distressed. We are here to help.
Help
So
me get
true.
away from this one. I'm clearly distressed.
Just offers this one just offers you a hand.
I'll take it.
Yes, please step onto my back.
Okay. I'm holding on tight.
They take like 2 of their arms and they just kind of like bend them backwards and like make like a seatbelt with them.
That's I appreciate that.
Are you secure, extraplanar creature?
Yep.
Excellent.
We are looking for a couple of things here. Pardon our intrusion. We are looking for both our companions, and I believe some pilfered eggs.
Then the extraplanar rifts are affecting the material plane incorrectly. That is a shame. We will need to deal with them sooner or as quickly as possible. If you'd like, we can escort you all to safety in the Bronze Heart, and it just uses one of its other 2 arms to point towards the city in the distance. Perhaps you may be able to find your friends there.
Can I roll a perception check to just try and really discern if there's any malicious intent in all this.
Do it.
19, exactly what I rolled the last time.
This seems generally helpful. Like, they seem like they're generally like, okay, we don't normally get people coming this way. We need to make sure people are safety.
Excuse me. All right, well, we would be appreciative of the help. Please lead on.
Yes, of course. We are more than happy to provide aid in any way that is possible. Please follow us, and we shall escort you to the city gates.
Thank you kindly. I'm Dee Dee, by the way. Nice to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you, Dee Dee. I am 2315.
I love this aesthetic.
As 2315 begins to lead the way, the other two kind of come up to either side of you, like flanking your back, and they are sort of keeping a watch for things. And eventually, they continue to help you make your way down towards the city. Jumping back to McKenna and Twitty and Amber. The three of you have been traveling for a few hours now. And it's very odd because, like, you know, you're used to sort of like sun cycles. There's no real sun cycle here. There is just like a number of gems that are just glowing, but not with that green glow, just like with like a nice sort of like warm glow up above you. And as you're kind of taking note of them, Amber just turns their head and says, "Oh, right. Provide light, basically. Normally things are pretty dark in here, but there was a number of enchantments done by a traveler a number of years ago who wanted to light up the caverns a bit."
Traveler, you don't say.
Yes. At the time, she was on a bit of a pilgrimage, seeing many places, and she tried to leave something positive in each area she came through.
Interesting. Well, I don't suppose you've ever seen the sun.
No, I've never left the plane of Earth. This has been home, and this is where I like to stay. Besides, if I was to go out onto the material plane, I would fall into the sky.
Oh, how do you figure?
Well, there's nothing above you, so you just fall off and into the void.
Oh, no, you don't. You walk on the ground.
Yeah, for a few moments, maybe.
No, you stay there. Actually, if you're particularly clumsy, you might trip and fall and be on the ground quite a bit. You don't just magically float.
It's very much safer to be on the ground than to be in the air.
Well, yeah, that's where most people stay most of the time, unless you're like a bird or
That's
something.
how it works.
Yeah, but if you didn't have anything keeping you pushed down, how would you stay
Well,
down?
how would you get in the sky if you didn't have anything pushing you up?
Why would you want to go in the sky?
You wouldn't, but
It's dangerous. Exactly, and that's why there's no roof.
Okay. Are you floating up to the roof right now?
No, because the roof is very thick and heavy, and it produces a certain amount of just extra weight that it pushes down into all things on the plane.
I don't think Honey is well educated enough to explain to her what an atmosphere is.
Also, they have gravity here.
I don't think that weight is coming from the roof. I think that weight is coming from you and me. Everyone has their own weight. Huh?
You see her like kind of look at herself a little bit. It's a lot of muscle.
Oh, of course. No, I mean, and me. We're held to the ground via our own weight. The material plane is no different. People aren't just falling up into the skies. You'd need to have some sort of force exerted on you to move upwards, and that there just isn't a force doing that.
Well, if you don't have a force pushing you down, wouldn't you just go up?
No. I mean, why would you assume that you would go up instead of go down if there's no force in either direction?
Why would you assume you would go down if you don't? Why would you assume you don't go up? There's nothing pushing you down.
That's a fair question. However, I am from the material plane, and I can confirm that is how it works.
See them kind of like staring for a second. Huh.
Because otherwise, how would I have gotten here? You
I
don't think we all
know.
live underground, do you?
I mean, that feels like the safest place to live.
No, not at all.
Oh.
Because there might be cave-ins. Is there ever cave-ins in here?
I mean, yeah, but we just kind of move through rocks, and she just like.
Right, but the rocks fall down. Yeah.
I mean, every now and then, but you just move.
They don't fall up. You don't have cave outs. You have cave ins.
I mean, some magics do that, but like rocks fall sometimes. It's the rocks; they fall because they're too heavy.
Right.
Yeah.
They fall. They fall down.
Exactly, because there's.
We'll just have to take you up to the material plane and show you.
No,
it'll be fine. You'll get the hang of it real quick.
That would be terrifying.
I promise it's not nearly as terrifying as you think it is. Although there is some scary things. Falling up into the sky is just not one of them.
Fair enough. Okay. You see them just kind of like grip like a locket around their neck, and then they just like, okay, we're good. It'll be. Listen, it's going to be a little bit more time. It'll probably be like another 4 or 5 hours of walking.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can handle that. Like, if it's late for you, time kind of like works here. Like, it's like midday for us right now.
I can walk.
All right. Cool. Then we'll get you back, and oh gods, where are we going to put you?
That is a good question.
Oh, the ant people. Don't be alarmed by them. They're nice.
Ant people?
Yeah, big rocky ant people.
Okay, I guess if they're made out of rocks, that's fine.
Yeah.
The ants on the material plane are small, but they can lift like a bazillion times their own body weight.
Oh, these creatures can. They've lifted.
That's not the part that bothers me. It's like their weird, crunchy exoskeleton that just sort of like gives me the heebie-jeebies.
No, these ones are made of rocks.
Right, so they're hard all the way through, and that's not weird. I think it's weird when people have bones on the outside of their body instead of on the inside of their body.
That makes sense.
Right.
No, I'm with you on that one.
I'm glad we can see eye to eye on one thing.
I just realized it's literally just you and McKenna that are like in that party.
Yeah,
because there are no
Zoe will be back next week.
Woody's out there twiddling their thumbs.
I was like, this is a very one-sided conversation. Who's the other character in their Oh!
Just Tweety.
But eventually you and Twitty are brought to the city. As you get to like the eastern gate, we will jump back to the other party. As these creatures have just been like walking and talking the entire way. Yes, we built this road. It was quite delicious, actually. Very well eaten.
Quite what?
Yes, and they just like one of them. You can see like a couple of them. Some rocks have like fallen onto the road, and they're just eating the rocks.
I mean,
okay,
delicious.
I guess means you'll never go hungry in this place.
Oh, exactly. I mean, to be fair, we were created to help shape it.
Interesting. Who created you?
Our crystalline queen.
Crystalline queen.
That sounds fancy.
It's the hive mother.
Ooh.
Mother.
Is she made of crystal?
Most of her, yes.
Now that is fancy.
You can't just ask people if they're made of crystal.
Why not?
No, you're right. There's no reason.
We'll take you to the central. We'll take you to the central barracks and the central hive meeting. Once we get there, once we get to the city itself, they like point down. You can actually see like there's some like very large buildings there. One of which is like this sort of almost. I don't think if you've ever seen like bismuth, like naturally occurring bismuth, it's sort of naturally occurring bismuth with a whole bunch of like ant holes in it.
Ooh.
That does look like a yummy rock.
It was delicious. I think the closest like material plane flavor would be what I've heard is called lemon.
You ever been?
Not myself, but we've had scouts enter the material plane before in search of certain materials.
Oh, nice. How'd they like it?
They found it troublesome.
Not fair.
At the time, there was a large war, apparently,
I
and
heard about that. Just
yes.
a little bit. I wasn't paying much attention at the time. I live in a swamp most of the year.
Oh, that sounds awful. All that water.
You don't like water? I love water.
I mean, we're made of rock. Erosion's a thing.
Yeah. I see where you're coming from with that. The water where I was at is very still water. You don't get as much erosion with still water.
Fair enough. Eventually, you are all brought towards the west gate. And these creatures just kind of like nod their head. Unless there's anything else that you would like help with, you can just walk through the gates of the city, and perhaps your friends will have made their way here.
Mighty kind of you.
One can only hope.
All right. Have a good day, citizens.
Thank you for all your help.
They turn around and they start moving back out towards the wilds, skittering.
Have good rocks.
One of them like takes one of their hands and like puts a thumbs up while they're walking away.
Is that a weird thing to say here? Like everything is rocks here almost.
Who knows?
Yeah. Anyway, I suppose trying to think, is there, looking at the structures in front of us, I don't know if this is only my instinct, but my instinct would be to go towards the largest, most visible building, because anyone would be able to find that, and so if you're lost, congregate in front of that would be, I think, a good way for people to meet up if they don't know where they're coming from. Is there a large?
There is like a large sort of like multi-tiered crystalline building towards the center of the area.
I suggest, why don't we go maybe hang around near that structure? That might prove a useful meeting point. It's visible. I don't know if everyone will have the same train of thought as we do, but
Good place to start.
yeah.
Meanwhile, I'll pull out my fiddle and I'll start singing. If you've seen someone who looks like us, say yeehaw. And just sing that over and over again as they walk.
Oh boy.
You get
and then we got kicked out of the city.
You get some strange looks.
If we're lucky.
You get some strange looks. There's like a number of like earth elementals, like just like imagine floating rocks, like literally just floating rocks that just kind of like look at you strangely while you're doing this. But you know, most people leave you to your business while you're going through. And yeah, as the three of you are walking, can you all make me perception checks?
Yep. A third 19 in a row.
That's impressive.
Hold on, let me try one thing. Okay, there. It's not broken.
All right, Lorgar, you're going to be the one to notice this.
Oh.
As you're moving through the streets, there is not a vibe, but you can see that there's a number of earth elementals are keeping their distance. Like as you're coming towards them, they purposely step away from you. And there's sort of like a radius around you that people aren't coming in.
I glance behind me. How intimidating does the sheriff look currently?
Christine?
Repeat the question?
Well, I'm just like, oh, people are backing away from us in a little bit of apprehension. Is it the sheriff?
Oh, okay. She definitely does not look warm and cuddly.
Fair enough.
Yes, that must be it.
As you continue to walk, though, Lorgar,
Yes.
another Aruxi catches your eye.
Is it an Aruxi or is it a Rockaruxi?
No, it's an Aruxi.
Okay.
They appear to be sort of walking down the street. They're speaking. They have like an earth elemental walking beside them. They're speaking to.
It's a rock
Oh, that's
friend.
interesting. Yes, I do believe that will work out quite well. Excellent, thank you. I will communicate this with the rest of ourselves. Thank you. Have a good day, Azriel. And the Earth Elemental just like moves on. As that conversation ends, they just turn their head and they see all of you like strange. Material plane?
Same hat. No, yes, howdy.
All right.
We're new to the city.
Oh, welcome to Copperheart. Well, Bronzeheart. It was Copperheart last week. Welcome to Bronzeheart.
Why the change?
Changing in political structure. They have ousted one of the elemental lords of the city, and that caused some problems.
Is that a rare occurrence or?
Yes, it is. It does not happen often, but this one was, for lack of a better word, falling into some primal habits that were causing problems for the rest of the people in the city.
Is that like a code for a political affair?
No, they were, how do I put this? Essentially eating something that was detrimental to their health and their mental abilities.
Oh, them glowy rocks, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
I apologize. I should have introduced myself. And they hold out their hand specifically to Lorgar. Corrigan.
Lorgar.
A pleasure.
Dee.
Anything we should be aware of in the city? Any faux pas we should avoid? You know, calling someone like, I don't know, like a pebblehead or something. I don't know if that's a.
I mean, use your common sense.
Oh, that is a dangerous thing to say to this party.
I point at
Otherwise,
Darla.
Yeah,
I'd be
honestly.
wary of some of the restaurants. A lot of them just serve rocks, but there's a few places to eat and such and stay that are more friendly to people from the material plane.
I mean, I'm hoping we won't be here that long enough for that to be a concern, but I suppose we should maybe think about that.
I mean, it is getting late. There's only a few more hours left in the day.
How can you tell?
Sort of an internal clock.
Huh?
Anyway, I'll leave you to your business. Have a good day.
And if you see anyone who looks like us, give us a shout.
I mean, they're also from the material plane. I'm not sure if that broad a description will be that helpful. Specifically, we're looking for someone who looks very much like, and I point at Christine, this one's sister, and another one is short little one, has the aura of a mysterious shopkeep about them.
Oh, you must have come in through one of the unstable fissures.
Very much so.
Yeah, once again, byproduct of the current feud between the elemental lords. You know, there's a sort of enclave of us folks here from the material plane. Your friends will probably head there. If you want, I can just...
Would you take us there?
Yeah, follow me.
Wonderful.
Hi.
They start heading you towards the city, towards like the south half of the city. And as they're doing so, we're going to jump back to Honey and to Amber, who, as like they get into the thing, like two of the guards at the gate just kind of salute her, and she just like gives like a quick back to them. Sorry, I was out there on work and business, so they're probably going to report in and let the higher ups know that I'm back.
Do they report on everyone who comes in and out of here?
Just me for the next little while. I'm doing a little bit of work.
Right, right. The kobold extermination.
Oh, that's part of it, but that's not the job. Anyway, please.
Well, what's the job?
You see her taking like a real long second to try and think of how to phrase this.
Mm-hmm.
Solving political issues for the city.
So true.
So you're what? Some kind of rock assassin?
If you would like to refer to me as that, you could.
Well, I don't want to refer to you as that if that's not accurate.
Mercenary would be the best way to put it.
Those kind of
Understood.
political issues.
Brawn for hire.
Yes.
Gotcha.
A cornerstone of the city's mercenary companies.
Oh, fancy. Got a big name around here for yourself?
Enough of one. I've been effective in what I do.
Of course, of course.
And yeah,
So what kind of political unrest is there in this city?
there was an elemental lord that was recently ousted. Now, I should say not in the sense of an elemental lord, the creatures that have complete control over these domains, but think of them as a lesser lord.
Gotcha.
A middle manager, basically, would be the best way to put it into the hierarchy. They had been ousted.
Did they have it coming?
They had been participating in a number of self-destructive behaviors and trying to actively interfere with the material plane, which is something we try not to do.
No kidding. How do you think they were trying to interfere with the material plane?
They were draining the luster of different ores.
Oh.
They would open the unstable fissures that you've seen, and they would basically pull the quality of the ore through them and consume it for themselves.
Just for their own satisfaction? Did they get anything out of it?
It's very good food for them, I suppose. They might be getting a little bit more powerful from it.
Oh, they eat it like the kobolds.
Yes. That's actually a wonderful way to put it. I didn't know if you had regular kobolds where you were.
We got kobolds that eat rock over here. We also have, the occasional person who eats rocks, but it's not recommended.
Fair enough. But yeah, so they essentially eat the luster from ores and make them unusable for people in the material plane. It disrupts the natural order, and the natural order must be maintained.
I think we did see some iron and whatnot that it wasn't oxidized, but it was
brittle, kind of.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the byproduct of this process.
Oh, yuck. So it sounds like you did have it coming.
Oh yes, very much so. As a general rule, try not to interfere with the natural balance of other planes of existence. That's how you get guardians after you.
Oh, good to know. Well, let it be known that I'm not attempting to make any changes over here on the side of the plane. I didn't really know that was a interplanar fissure.
I mean, how would you? Right?
Exactly. How would anyone really?
No reasonable person would hold it against you here. And it's not like
is this a city full of reasonable people?
I mean, vast majority of them are. Just like any city, there's reasonable people, there's unreasonable people. I mean,
some cities have a difference in ratio.
I mean, yes, but just like any city, there's some reasonable, some unreasonable, and hopefully you run into the reasonable ones. Luckily, you have a guide to help you run into the reasonable ones, and none of those crazy Rooksy.
Crazy Rooksy, huh?
Yeah, they're very standoffish. They don't like other people coming onto the plane from the material plane.
can't imagine what that would look like. What it would be like to talk to a crazy Aruxi.
They hide it very well, but they are devotees of Azul, the fossilized king.
Interesting. All right. Well, if one wanted to be reunited with their other group of extra planar
I'm
fellas,
taking you to the best place for that.
which is where?
Oh, there's a little tavern in the south side of the city. It's one of the few places that sells actual food.
I could go for some actual food.
I thought you
A lot
could.
of walking. I'm assuming you eat rocks or luster or...
No, I eat food.
Or...
Just like a normal
Oh.
person would. I can eat rocks, but food is good.
Wouldn't rocks technically also count as food here? Or is that cannibalism? I'm sorry, I don't understand a lot of what's going on
It wouldn't
here.
be cannibalism unless I ate another stone kin. Like that, but like I don't want to eat a rock. Why would I eat a rock? It doesn't have any flavor.
Well, that one guy sure seemed to like eating the luster off of him.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
so-
but that's sort of like a draining the power from them, and that's a whole different creature. They're a Zorn, so
Oh. I think you failed to mention he was a Zorn.
yes.
It is abundantly clear that she doesn't know the difference.
That's fine. Rock starfish
Oh.
with legs.
How did he just
and arms?
scuttles around?
Yeah,
Slap?
sort of. A creature that is commanding the glowing kobolds.
Oh, yeah, he's not going to like us too much.
Now, if you're there to deal with them, I think I'll sort of pass the line, so I might stick around with you for a while, if that's all right.
Sounds like we could use the help.
Yeah, I'm more than happy to help out.
Of course.
Besides, it's not often I get to speak to someone from the material plane.
That's true. How often do us folks come through here?
Not very often at all anymore. Like I said, we had that one traveler a few years ago who brought some people with her. But after that, there's been relatively quiet.
That traveler, it's the second time you mentioned her. Does she have a name?
I didn't get her name. I was a pebble child at the time. She did leave a very nice statue in the south side of the city. We'll actually probably see it on the way to the tavern. And as 5 minutes pass of just small talk, you eventually do come across this very nice statue of what appears to be a whole bunch of crystalline butterflies swarming around a feminine figure.
Mm-hmm. Does the plaque say Novus Evangelina Malthea
There's
Saint
no
Altair?
plaque. There's no plaque. It's just a very nice art piece.
Interesting. Honey doesn't know who the fuck that is.
No.
I do.
She looks smart, pretentious.
Art piece. But yeah, we should be there momentarily. And as they're saying that, Lorgar, you see Honey and you see Twitty at the other end of the street. And Honey, you see the rest of the group at the other end of the street.
Wait, I think I got the greeting that they usually use here. Extra planar?
Extra planar.
Extra planar!
Amber just puts her hand in her face,
Get used
just
to it.
in her face.
Clips
Yeah.
through
No,
a
literally.
Bethesda model.
Literally clips through.
Oh, that don't look healthy for you.
It helps with the headache. Pulls it out.
They have rock aspirin here. Raspirin.
The Aruxi
I mean,
upon seeing the Aruxi upon seeing the aura just kind of you're in better hands than me, and just kind of skitters away.
I mean, I think
Oh,
I've heard tell.
Was
Just
that one of the
nods.
creepy Aruxi? Did that?
Just nods.
Okay. This one's my standoffish Aruxi. I point in Lurgar's general direction.
As if on cue, Lorgar narrows his eyes and glares slightly, but
I
it's
think
not
we're
that.
far enough away, and I'm talking quietly enough that unless
No,
you're
I can
reading my
sense it though.
lips,
I'm not. I have
Alligators,
no idea what you're.
crocodiles, they all have fantastic hearing, actually.
The Orin just kind of waves towards Lorgar
Actually,
as they're walking forward.
Dee
Oh.
sees the Orin, and she's like, oh, and she fixes her outfit, and as soon as they're close enough, she goes, well, howdy.
For the fan artists, think like muscular, rocky body that has like these like gold, like metal plating, sort of chest plate and like armor on her, like heavily armored.
Mommy.
I think Garl would approve, and I think Abby has a fucking type.
Fucking at her, why don't
She
you?
likes them
You
rock
literally
hard,
just like attacked
literally.
this woman.
Howdy everyone. This is my sister Christine. This is Lorgar. This is Dee Dee. That's Darlin Darla right there. She's a little bit, dense. But we like her just as well.
Fuck.
Shy's not even here to defend herself.
Amber just kind of waves. Amber.
Well, howdy. The name's too drop, but you can call me Dee Dee.
I
Or
look at Amber. I say she's a bard. Just like that.
if you really want, well, we can figure out what you can call me later.
not
She
late
works
for
at a
dinner.
saloon.
Ah,
Do they have saloons here?
points to the tavern. Same thing.
Unless they got dancers in there, it ain't quite the same.
Only on Thursdays.
Oh. Christine has visibly eased up as well and is near Honey, just for what it's worth.
Aw. How was your trip over here? For us it was a long walk, but nothing too dangerous.
Darla almost killed me like 3 times.
I mean, that's par for the course, isn't it?
I found a nice rock.
Did find a nice rock.
I mean, we've only been here like an hour, so I don't have a great basis of comparison, but it seemed nice to me.
Oh, that's interesting. So how long have y'all been bopping around in the city? It took us like, what, 4.5, 5 hours to walk over here?
Yeah, it took
Okay.
you all about 4.5,
Alright.
5 hours to walk too. It was just
Yeah.
Okay.
We hitched a ride
we-
with some locals.
We ain't been here very long. Apparently there's one place that we can get food and it's here, so our options are mighty
It
thin.
is.
have
They
good
take
noodles.
gold?
Yes.
Hallelujah.
Well, you know me, I like a good snack. And I wink at Amber.
Amber just doesn't notice it.
Tag yourself on Amber.
It's just moving in. There's certainly a lot of food here. Good snacks. They have a wonderful noodle bowl, and she just kind of like walks in.
Why
Our
is that
bowl,
funny,
maybe?
Matthew? What is he referencing?
Nothing. I just like it said it was a funny phrase, like a lovely noodle bowl.
I could go for a
Also,
lovely noodle
it is
bowl.
3 minutes to midnight where I am, so I'm a little loopy.
Oh, a little punchy.
Eh,
Fair enough.
I may have been a little quiet, so
No, you're all good.
You're fine.
Well, I'll follow her into that joint.
Yeah, it's bopping. There's a number of folks from Material playing here, as well as a number of Earth Elementals. There is a dwarf that is just on fire in the corner.
is anyone else?
Okay.
So
No
he's
one
a
else.
fire elemental or like
Oh, it's an Aesir.
okay.
These good people. The kind of waves. They wave back.
Right.
Otherwise, it's filled with like dwarves, a couple gnomes. There's like a halfling singing a song in the corner.
Oh, she's coming for your wig, Dee Dee.
He.
Nice try. No
Here
one can
ye
come for
are,
this
fellas.
All right. Well, I guess I'll take one of their noodle bowls if you say they're good.
Yeah, it'll be my treat for you all. First meals on the denizens.
Oh, well, thank you
Oh, wait.
kindly.
Yep.
I'm suspicious.
Just kind of like walks up to the counter. You see her talking to the staff. She just slides like not a gold coin, but she slides basically a card across the table. They pick it up, they go and they tap it to like a register, and then they bring it back and give it to her.
Damn, they got Apple Pay.
I got contactless pay down here.
And she
Not
just kind of
contactless pay.
comes back to her table. They're going to bring out a sampling platter for us. Pulls out the card. Luckily, room and board are free while we're working. So, since you all are going to help me, I figured I'd treat you.
Well, you don't even have to ask.
I turn around to her, funny. I'm like, she's gonna help us find the kobold eggs and, get square with the folks that are making a mess up on the material plane.
It's mighty sweet.
Yeah, we're going to kill an elemental lord.
We're gonna what?
Yeah. We're gonna kill a Zorn.
Ah,
Now,
classic.
I do have a tendency to get ahead of myself. I'll admit that. But we're getting involved in politics here.
Yeah.
I would say we're getting mighty involved in politics here. This doesn't feel like something we should be getting involved in.
I mean, in for a penny.
All
Well,
right, sister.
maybe we'll have a discussion about that at the start of the next episode.
I think as this meal begins, that is where we are going to call it tonight, as it is getting rather late here. So,
It's wait.
my friends, thank you all so much for coming to tonight's episode of Wild Ambition here on twitch.tv/tabletop rules. Don't forget to check out our many other shows here on the channel, like The Astral Calling, like the Sunhaven Sundays, and like the Strength of Thousands AP on Monday. Because there's no TTRPG streamers on that we follow, we are going to go say hi to Karina. Because they are online and they're streaming some Pikmin. So thank you all so much for coming. Don't forget to check out our many other shows, and we'll see you all on the next one. Bye-bye.
Have a good night, everyone.
Y'all come back now, you hear?